United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before I give tonight's invocation, because I don't see any of our chaplain corps here tonight, could I just ask us to all just take a moment and think about the 3,000 people that died and the 7,500 people that have died subsequent to 9/11/2001, trying to save those people who have died from cancers and other diseases of the lungs, trying to make that day as least painful as it is to Americans. Thank you. I'll give our invocation. Dear God, we give you thanks for this day, and we remember those Americans who died on this tragic day 17 years ago. Let us all do our best tonight to do what's best for our community and make certain we can keep it as safe and as good as we can make it. In your name we pray, amen. Clerk, take the roll, please.
Councilman Templin.
Present.
Councilman Cisco has asked to be excused. Councilman DiGiulio.
Here.
Councilwoman Gabarecki.
Present.
Councilman Rourke.
Here.
Madam Pro Tem McLeod.
Here.
Treasurer Armstrong.
Present.
And Mayor Matakis.
Present.
We have a quorum, sir.
Thank you. The motion for tonight's agenda to be put before the council.
Motion, Mayor.
Support.
Councilman DiGiulio has moved, supported by Councilwoman Gabarecki. Any discussion, questions, changes? Hearing none, I'll ask for the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That is carried. Ask for a motion to approve the minutes for our August 28th meeting.
Motion. Support.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem McLeod, supported by Councilman Rourke. Is there any discussion on those minutes, please? Hearing none, I'll ask for the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That is carried. We're at the organizational business for the city administrator's reports. So, Mr. Administrator.
Yeah, good evening, Mayor, Council, residents of Allen Park. Some updates on the projects we've got going. For street sectioning, the Moore and Wick Roads street sectioning have been completed now. Savone Cement was out pouring today, pouring concrete today, and they'll be pouring again tomorrow on some areas of Pinecrest. Kind of doing the same thing we did over on Reek Road. We're just kind of picking a couple sections to get us by, and then we'll come back with a long-term plan in the future here. They're also working on large sections of Oceana near Allen Road, and also at Fox and Cleophas. The rebuilding of that intersection at Fox and Cleophas is part of the Cleophas repaving project. And then we also are waiting for an exact date, but we know that the paving of Demeen and Cleophas has been moved back to the a few weeks to the early October. We were supposed to be about the 3rd or 4th week of September, but we're back a little bit. And that actually works out well given the fact that we're rebuilding that intersection there at Cleophas and Fox as well. Water main project, replacement project there. The contractor started the restoration of the concrete sidewalks, and they're also going to be working on some areas of the street. So that project is getting close to being wrapped up there on Jonas Street. And that was from Allen Road all the way to Rosedale, really a long project for a water main. I think that was Tom's #1 area of, I hate to say the word water main breaks, but we haven't had any lately. But that was definitely a needed project to get done there. Park Avenue is going to be closed starting 5 o'clock on Friday through 6 a.m. on Monday morning. They're redoing the crack and joint sealing, asphalt seal coating, and also pavement marking. I believe Tom and the DPS guys did notify those businesses. I believe Jennifer's been working with them as well to get that information out to the businesses, and so that will be noted as closed, and we'll get that up on the Facebook page as well.
This weekend?
This weekend.
Between-
Yeah, I apologize, that's gonna be between Allen Road and, Regina. Last week, they worked on Manor Avenue, that was, for crack and joint sealed, and that was from Allen Road to Midway. That's helped to, help preserve that road a lot longer than, what we've done in the past. So trying to get back into doing those maintenance issues. And crack sealing is one of those that we talked about when we did the millage improvement to the voters. That is just part of the process. You have to make sure you're out maintaining those roads, so we can try to save those asphalt roads as best we can until we can get a long-term concrete project installed. The project to install the new overhead doors at the fire station is now completed. Talking to the chief, and if you drive by there and look at them, they do look great. He also said that they went with a little bit bigger window, and it's one panel higher, so they were able to go full glass all the way across, and they get a lot of light into the apparatus bay area now, so it's made a big difference over there. They're also more energy efficient, so hopefully he'll continue to see some improvements on his utility expenses as he's had with the new HVAC system over there. So one more thing to take care of that we got off the list, I think next is probably windows and the man doors is what he's working on next for us, and we'll see what we can get the funding for that and get that taken care of as well for them. We're going to be hosting the Shred Day here October 27th from 9 to 1 here in the City Hall parking lot. That's sponsored by Advanced Disposal. So if you have anything, bring it on down there. We haven't limited in the past on how many boxes anybody can bring. We've usually had not a big issue, and I don't foresee that to be an issue this year as well. So if you know anybody that's needs to get rid of some stuff, just have them bring it down here, 9 to 1 here at the City Hall parking lot. This one I came across, I believe it was yesterday, a pretty cool project. The Detroit Lions and Rocket Mortgage surprised the Allen Park High School football team with a new scoreboard donation. They also donated some new football helmets from Zenith, which is probably one of the top premier football helmets in the country right now. I think that's Dan Gilbert's company as well. And they also gave him tickets to last night's Jets football game.
I hate to interrupt your report, but did they make our high school play that game last night?
I think our high school team could have taken care of business last night, no doubt. Yeah, when I was going through and I was looking again, I said, man, they sent those poor kids down to that football game. I don't know about that, so. I don't know about everybody else. I get nervous every time I hear the Lions and the Allen Park. They keep mentioning Allen Park all the time. I'm like, wait a second, can we separate ourselves at a certain time, I guess? But that's some good news for the Lions and the and Rocket Mortgage to take care of the high school.
Yeah, it was nice.
Scoreboard. And if you haven't seen the picture, it is on the website, or on the Facebook page and on the Lions Facebook page as well. But it really does a nice job of honoring, I think it's Mark Englund, I don't want to mispronounce his name, field, and that has prominently displayed on there as well. It's a really nice design that they've come up with. And then finally, the emergency generator has been installed. We are waiting for DT to move some power lines, and also for the safety bollards to be installed in front of the generator so we don't have anybody run into it. The lighted bollards have been installed out front here. You can see them along the front entryway here. They are still working on some issues with exterior signage and the lighted bollards. So once they get that system changed, and I think it's a computer programming issue that they've got to get through now, that'll all light up. We have overrode the system. I think we put a picture up a couple days ago of the system being, when we overrode it, you could see everything lit up. It looks really nice. It is really bright, but it looks really nice. So you'll be able to find City Hall without a problem now. We just got to get that one final computer programming glitch taken care of. Just real quick, I'll hold it up. Thank you. They've reached our goal. For the bottle caps, the goal has been reached. They've got enough for 20 more benches. They've already got 7 on hand. So I know Kyle is going to be probably grabbing a couple guys to take those down and get the rest of those benches taken care of. But reach our goal, we'll get that up on the Facebook page. If you're still collecting them, don't bring them here. We're good. Don't take them to Kyle. He doesn't want any more either. Over at Recreation. But the city of Lincoln Park is going to be working on a project as well. So Lincoln Park City Hall will be a drop-off spot for that. And we're going to be working on their own benches there. And so if you know anybody, we'll post it up on our Facebook page to let everybody know. I know the other departments will grab that and share it as well. But thank you very much for all that. I had, like everybody else, I had my mom collecting some. I had neighbors collecting them. I had, everybody was doing it, so really nice. I talked to the people from WCSX and the Bob Seger Boulevard. We've gotten some pretty good publicity, and I think a couple of the things that come about is, well, why was it here? Why wasn't it someplace else? I had just sent an email out there to them, so it wasn't that or we were better than Lincoln Park or we deserved it better. We just were willing to work with them, I guess, so we appreciate that. They're going to be coming out. They're looking at a tentative date, and I think this is not necessarily a tentative date. I think they're going to probably try to lock it in for Saturday, October 20th, from 10 to 2. They'll be looking to do a live broadcast and possibly have a tribute band and so forth and fun and games, but the morning show will be out here doing that. I tried to explain to them October 20th is kind of a holiday, as that is the date of the Michigan State game.
That's what it is.
So, you know, we've done October 27th as the day of the shred, because I don't have a game that day. But they did move it from October 4th, so I can go to a football game. But October 20th, I'm hoping that the afternoon is the game, late in the afternoon or evening time. But 10 to 2 is their tentative time that they're going to be here doing a broadcast. And we'll get all more details with them as they come along. Yeah, I'll be talking to them again tomorrow and try to finalize some things. And I think that's everything I've got.
Before questions, could I have a motion to accept and file the update reports and documents?
Motion. Support, Mayor.
Moved by Councilman Templin, supported by Councilman DiGiulio. Any questions of the city administrator? Hearing none, I'll ask for the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. That's carried. Consent agenda will consist of purchasing actions, our claims and accounts, the payroll report, finance action. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep, we're no longer.
Public comments. We got all excited here. I thought we were going to go right to the adjournment. So, any citizens, please come forward. I'd ask you to adhere to our rules of decorum. And with that, all citizens, please.
So like Mark had said, we did raise all our caps, we raised about 10,000 pounds in caps. So we have all our benches, but there is a monetary for each bench that we purchase, so many organizations, businesses, and come forward. We still are in need of a few more before Kyle can go down and get them in Evansville, Indiana. So if you are interested in helping sponsor the benches, just call the Parks and Recs. Also, too, with the Historical Commission, October's coming, so in the meantime, we are doing a paranormal demonstrations. We had an investigation at the house this weekend, and so the ghost hunters are going to be coming here and tell them what their findings are, telling them how to do paranormal demonstrations, and then we're going to go over to the historical house. Just to make a flight.
Thank you.
Nancy, can you hit the button on the microphone? I don't think it was on.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, Nancy? How much is it to sponsor a bench?
It's $250 per bench, but some people do go together, and we are going to make plaques. They go on the benches, so that we'll say who sponsored them.
Okay, thank you.
Nancy, one.
She wants to get out of here.
No, that's okay.
I know that we had talked about this, I put on my other hat from the
Okay.
APCCF, and I think that we should actually talk to them about
Okay, appreciate it.
one or two, because I know we wanted to do that along with some of those mini libraries.
Okay, and also too, if you start looking in the parks, there are 5 parks that have already been cut out to put the benches in. I know Sedman's one. So there's 5 of them right now that are already cut out, and so the benches will be starting to be put in, so the citizens can see them. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank
No.
you.
See no one else coming forward, I will move to our consent agenda, which tonight consists of claims and accounts, payroll report, the August finance overview, budget to actual report, balance sheet, cash flow. And we have one request for a license to close Park Avenue from White Street to Philomene for Bailey, the Allen Park Elks, and the Allen Park DDA for the 30th annual pumpkin patch. So could I have a motion for those items, please?
Support.
Mayor Pro Tem McLeod has moved. Councilwoman Gavrecki has supported. So is there any discussion? Oh, there can't be a discussion. I'll ask for the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That is carried. Thank you. We're down to resolutions. The first one for the emergency repair of a pump at Tunnel Pump Station by Core Electric in the amount of $11,598.25. Bypass the city bid process because of the emergency nature of the repair. A motion, please.
Motion. Support.
Councilman Rourke has moved. Councilman Templin has supported. Is there any discussion on this? Hearing none, I'll ask for the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. A resolution to acknowledge the obligation to pledge sale tax funds for payment of obligations pursuant to the service agreement with the Downriver Utility Wastewater Authority. Could I have that motion, please?
Support.
Mayor Pro Tem McLeod has moved, supported by Councilman Gavrecki. Is there any discussion on this matter? Hearing none, I'll ask for the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed, same. It's passed with one vote by Councilman Rourke voting no. Resolution for waiver and release pursuant to Article 9, Paragraph 9.1B of the definitive transfer agreement with the Downriver Utility Wastewater Authority. Got a motion by
Support.
Mayor McLeod, again supported by Councilwoman Gavrecki. Is there any discussion on this? This is simply for the audience. This agreement will no longer be in effect when we close on the purchase of the county's sewer system by the 13 communities, which will occur on Friday, September 28th. So this is just releasing an agreement that is no longer necessary because that party will cease to exist. Both parties really will cease to exist. So, did I ask for the vote on that, or did I?
No.
Could I have the vote at this point? All in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Carried again. Mr. Rourke has voted no. A resolution to authorize DPS Director Tom Murray to sign Wayne County maintenance permit for the reconstruction of Enterprise Drive. That motion, please.
Motion.
Support.
Councilman Templin has moved. Councilman DiGiulio has supported. Is there any discussion on this issue? Again, for the audience, since there is, the county now requires all communities, when it is doing repairs to the sewer system that connects to the county sewer system, that it has to sign an agreement that they will maintain the city's sewer and its connection to the county. And that just been their policy now for about 15 years. But you see it from time to time as new things come up. So without that, I'll ask for the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. That's carried. I will just add other business if there's no objection of council and any council member wishes to have any remarks tonight. Councilman Templin?
I'd just like to thank Nancy, the Recreation Department, and everybody else that has been involved with these recycling the caps. I know it's been a lot of hard work, and thank you very much. The benches look great, and when we see 20 of them around town, it'll be fantastic. Make sure when it's all said and done that we get a list of all the donations. And Mark Bailey, thank you so much for doing 30 years for the pumpkin patch. It's a lot of hard work.
Hello.
Councilwoman Gavrecki.
First, thank you all for coming out this evening. Maybe somebody can confirm for me, citywide garage sale still going on this weekend? Yes. Okay, thank you. So participate, come out. Weather's supposed to be good, so look for that. And before our next meeting, I'm not sure, Touch a Truck is September 22nd, so make sure it's over here in the parking lot, is behind the banquet hall there? Yep, so get out, that's always a good event to come out to as well, so, Made in Michigan as well, but I think that'll, yeah, the 27th, 28th and 29th of September,
Okay.
the weekend after, no, the football game.
Homecomings
There's a
in there
bunch of
somewhere, too,
homecomings,
so
yes.
Watch
All on
for,
the same
watch
night.
for traffic and parades again.
So anyway, but thank you for coming out. So there's a lot going on. It's all good. So thank you.
Mayor.
Councilman DiGilio?
Okay, really appreciate Mayor so eloquently the way you recognized 9/11, because that was a horrible thing that was done to this country. And no one has ever done something like that before to this country. And thank you for doing it.
Any other comments? Well, I too want to thank everyone for coming out tonight, and hope you will participate in some of the fall events. I think both schools are going to hold their homecoming on the same night. Did they both ask for parade permits for the same day too? Does anybody know? Have we seen parade
We got
permits,
one.
Mr. Clerk?
We got, we did get one from Cabrini. We haven't yet seen one from Allen Park yet.
Do we have a meeting before that?
When is the parade?
27th.
Yeah, the
25th.
25th.
25th. Well, I'm just I don't want the two parades at the same time trying to go down the same street, because it isn't going to work real well.
One's earlier, one's later.
Let's
And
hope.
then you have Made in Michigan. So when you get done at both football games, come on over there.
Sure. Well, all right, if there are no other comments, I'll ask for an adjournment.
Support.
Councilman Rourke has moved, Councilman DiGilio has supported. All in favor signify by aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned at 6:26.